who knows where these others will go in society? They're pedophiles. They'll do it again. They're not cured. That's very scary, folks. Anyway, at a news conference to detail the church's actions, Harrisburg Bishop Ronald Gaynor, he apologized to those who were abused. The Catholic faithful and the community expressed its profound sorrow, he said. Many of those victimized as children continue to suffer as survivors from the harm they experienced, said the bishop, who was appointed in 2014. And with his announcement, the Harrisburg Diocese became the second of 6 dioceses under investigation by the state to get out in front of a pending grand jury report on clergy sex abuse. The Erie Diocese released its own findings on clergy abuse in April. And this release, folks, 900-page state grand jury report had been held up by challenges by some priests and former priests, and the state Supreme Court ruled last week a version with some name blacked out can be made public as early as next week. The court said that it identified more than 300 predator priests, here's that name again, predator priests, in the 6 dioceses. Unbelievable. And by the way, yes, the Vatican has come out with a report. They're investigating, and the Vatican responded yesterday, which would be Thursday of this past week, to the report of hundreds of Pennsylvania priests abusing children, saying in a statement there were 2 words. Well, yeah, people can be abused as children, and they become abusers. Yeah, that would be correct. Well, a lot of them do. So who knows? They're carrying on something that they were taught, and the abuse, yeah, it's a big cycle. And there's some psychology to that. Anyway, more than 1,000 children were allegedly abused by more than 300 predator priests, and they say the number could be so much more, but so many people just don't come forward, and we'll learn there'll be more people that are involved with this, and the cover-up is what's really bad. The church must learn hard lessons from its past, and there should be accountability for both the abusers and those who permitted abuse to occur. This is the Vatican. This is the Pope speaking. Pope Francis himself wasn't quoted in the statement. And there were no mention of demands in the United States among some Catholics of the resignation of Cardinal Donald Wuerl, the Archbishop of Washington. Tuesday's report accused Wuerl of helping to protect some child-molesting priests while he was Bishop of Pittsburgh from 1988 to 2006. They say over a course of 2-year investigation launched by Pennsylvania Attorney General Josh Shapiro's office, a grand jury heard several witness statements and reviewed documents from 6 dioceses in the state, and most of the Pennsylvania victims were boys, but girls were abused too, and the abuse ranged from groping. You may want to turn down the radio or off because I'm going to mention a few things. Masturbation to anal, oral, and vaginal rape. One boy was forced to say confession to the priest who sexually abused him. A 9-year-old boy was forced to perform oral sex, and then he had his mouth washed out with holy water. Another boy was made to pose naked as if being crucified, and then was photographed by a group of priests who, Shapiro said, produced a shared child pornography on church grounds. In nearly all these cases, the statute of limitations has run out, meaning that criminal charges could not be filed, and then more than 100 of the priests are dead. And many others are retired or have been dismissed from the priesthood or put on leave. You know, some of this stuff sounds like satanic rituals. I got to tell you, more that I hear of it, more that I listen to it and digest it, it sounds like it's the Church of Satan. But you don't hear this kind of stuff. I mean, you know, the sacrifices that are made and all that other stuff, but you don't hear the Church of Satan here molested all these other people. No, it's in the Catholic Church. And I have to keep on prefacing this because I'm friends with a lot of people that are. Come on, you heard the commercial, the Welcome Home commercial. Over 1 billion Catholics worldwide. That's a lot of Catholics. That's a lot of Catholics, folks. And I have a lot of friends that are Catholics. And they're repulsed. They are upset. And they understand the damage that can be done here. I really pray that there is a huge rebuke from the Vatican to the United States. I mean, there's going to be so much money, and this has happened before, but so much money that's going to be paid out to victims. Billions. I mean, when it's all said and done. I mean, it's just ridiculous. It is the richest religion in the world. They have the money. And I just hope that this Pope condemns this. And listen, if you ever wanted to take a knee for something during the national anthem, and I don't recommend it, but why wouldn't it be for this? Why would it be for something else? I saw something interesting on taking the knee online, and it said, and suddenly now the NFL cares about social justice. Maybe you saw this on the internet. It said, get the official shirt of the NFL boycott movement. Michael Kroos, actually, he reposted this, and I thought it was good. And suddenly now the NFL cares about social justice. Yeah. There's so many other things that they could be mad about. Things like domestic violence, rape, illegal drugs. Yeah, domestic violence. Look at how many are in your city on a monthly basis. Then try a yearly basis. This stuff is tolerated to a certain degree. It does, to me, it doesn't make any sense. It's there, folks. You got to pick your fights, they say. It just doesn't make sense when people, they'll put the fist up in the air and things like that. That whole NFL stuff is crazy. You're disrespecting people in uniform. Bottom line, people that fought for this country, gave you the freedom to be able to even play football to begin with. Much more ahead.
Help you survive this thing called life. We're for the people, for the people, for the people is there.
It was a huge pill to swallow. Being told that you'd never breathe on your own, be able to walk on your own, or being able to feed myself on my own completely changes you. You have to realize who the new you is while living with the limitations that you have on a day-to-day basis. I was sitting on the couch contemplating, is my life really worth it? Wounded Warrior Project showed me that I am worth it. My first event was a soldier ride in Seattle, and I got to ride 50 miles on a hand cycle that I borrowed from them at zero cost to me. All I had to do was show up. I'm so thankful that Wounded Warrior Project was there to help me. Being able to open up and not having to re-explain everything that's going on in your life because they get it. I know of no other veterans organization that has been able to help me get to where I am now. Where I started off barely being able to move my arms to now being able to walk without holding on to anything. I am living proof.
Go to IamLivingProof, WWP.org.
For the people is there.
Your American Heritage. Captain Isaac Davis of nearby Acton grabbed his musket and headed for the bridge at Concord. He would be the first Minuteman to fall to the British rifles. Volley for volley, the farmers, trained in hunting from concealment, harried the redcoats and sent them limping back to Boston. Red-coated figures slumped in the dusty roads. Many of them would never again see the green lanes of England. From stone walls and fence corners, from barns and corn cribs, the deadly fusillade was aimed at the white crossbelts against the red jackets. The galling fire of the Minutemen never ceased. This has been Don Keyes with yet another vivid sketch that is a part of your American heritage.
Remembering your American heritage, each For the People broadcast Tune in next week for another edition of Your American Heritage and at forthepeopleshow.com. Introducing the official For the People coffee mug, patriotic as can be, in featuring the colorful red, white, and blue For the People logo with Keith Allen on a ceramic 11-ounce coffee mug, perfect for any beverage of your choice. This mug is a great reminder of what we stand for, God, country, and family, with conservative values and good old-fashioned common sense. To order your For the People coffee mug, pay just $20 plus $3.99 shipping and handling at forthepeopleshow.com. That's forthepeopleshow.com. Get ready, get set for 123 Ready TV, the brand new app that everyone's talking about for your PC or Android device that allows you access to most every movie or TV show ever made. Sound incredible? Well, it is, because once you pay $19.99, that's all you pay. Just the movies and TV shows you like without the hassle. The internet streams everything already. What 123 Ready does is it finds them, then delivers them directly to you, commercial-free. There's nothing quite like it, and it's available now at forthepeopleshow.com. That's forthepeopleshow.com. And before you buy 123 Ready TV, watch the video and see how simple it is to start watching all those movies and TV shows. If you like movies and TV shows but don't enjoy paying for all of them, no problem. Just pay $19.99 and start enjoying countless titles and entertaining TV better than anyone. Get your 123 Ready TV for $19.99 at forthepeopleshow.com. Just click on the store page. Keith Allen and For the People. Thanks for joining us. By the way, I wanted to mention our shortwave opportunity. You know, Chuck Harder, the founder of this broadcast, and many people rever Chuck and remember his radios. And I have the possibility of going around the world on shortwave. And some of you have shortwave radios, but do you think it's a great idea? I am tooling around the idea of trying to come up with a few sponsors, individuals or companies that would like to bankroll it, maybe just to say for 6 months and see how things go for you. Now, if you're a business and you want to advertise your business, and it's pretty reasonable, it's $60 an hour. All right, so you do that times 4. That's a pretty darn good deal, and it goes around the planet. Now, if I was doing 5 days a week, that would add up, and there are plans for that to happen. And I have I've been working, talking to people, and making phone calls, and doing what I can, and I'm just trying to keep myself in an open position to where if a flagship radio station wants me to do it live, then, we can crank it up and they're going to pay me. I have a family I got to feed. I'm not wealthy. So there's got to be a way. We've tried completely listener supported, and it helps us pay a few bills at the studio, but, we're not rolling in the cash, folks. When I advertised the coffee mugs, the For the People coffee mugs, they're beautiful. We're lucky if we sold 10 of them. Now, people like the TV offer. That we have a deal with a company where for $19.95 you can have all the networks, all the movies, and everything, and it's a one-time deal. It's not a monthly subscription. I mean, you could be paying for Hulu and Netflix and Amazon, and it adds up. I mean, you're looking at $60. You might have cable after you have all those subscriptions, because maybe everybody in your house watches something a little different, and there you go. But for $19.95. That video app that I have on my store page at forthepeopleshow.com, that's a good deal if you don't want a coffee mug. Some of you are really just trying to cut the fat at your house, where you might live, and you're just trying to, cut down expenses. That might be a way to do it. But anyway, back to the subject at hand. If you'd like to help out, send me an email off our website at forthepeopleshow.com, or just simply call me. If you're a business, you love the broadcast, and you want to, we'll work out a budget that'll work for you. And you know what that number might be. But maybe we'll pull 2-3 people together, but you'll have commercials that'll go out. And if you're an individual and you don't have a business and you just want to make a contribution towards the shortwave, you'll be able to do that too. We'll have some information that we'll put up on the website, and most likely we might do I really would not like to